to bring together a group of remarkable people.
To see if we could become something more.
So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
In time, you will know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same. Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses. And get this man a shield.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe. But this does put a smile on my face.
That was a close call. That was a very close call. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching this from Mars, Pluto, Jupiter, the planet Happy Spurs land, everyone. 5 points clear at the top of the league. Philip looking so happy and relaxed. He looks like he's a Jamaican sitting on somewhere in a boat somewhere fishing fish.
If only.
You are. You look, all you need the dreadlocks, Philip, and you look like a Jamaican fisherman.
Yeah, a couple of boxes of wacky backy beside me now. I'll be really looking the part.
Look, there's nothing wrong with wacky backy. I take it from my back, Philip, and it does help.
I know. Jamaican woodbines, as they call them, you know.
Yeah. Look, I am sweat. There is nothing wrong with it. And look, that's another composition Philip wants to get into. Philip, of course, is the biggest godfather in Ireland, and we all know why. For selling Jamaican woodbine. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you, Philip? After that,
I'm sitting here looking at Chelsea getting beaten 2-0 by Brentford. And do you know earlier on today, Dermot, our under 18s were 2-0 down to Chelsea and beat them 4-3 with a goal in the 94th minute. So not a good day for Chelsea. Not a good day for Chelsea.
No, it isn't, Philip. It isn't. Listen, Philip, can you give me a few minutes? I just need to do something. Do you want to go through the chats there? Who's in the comments there and give us a few minutes?
Yeah. Now, who we got here in the chat? We have got Boris Britt. Boris is saying, hiya, Boris, damn, 2-0 Brentford. Thought Chelsea were back, though. No, that's 2 home games in a week they've had, and they just got 1 point from it, which is not great. So Pochettino will be under pressure. And I understand Jesus Perez was sent off in that game today, which means he won't be on the bench for the Spurs game. And somebody posted in the Irish Hotspur earlier, it's a wonder Poch didn't get sent off as well, because he could avoid sitting on the bench at the Spurs game as well. But anyway, I don't like to kick a team when they're down, but in for Chelsea, I will make an exception to that, and I'm delighted to see what they're doing. They are 14 points behind us. Now, Carl Simpson, how are you, Carl? Ha, 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 Chelsea in the mud, and when we finish them off, Poch will be sacked. Well, yeah, as you'll see next from Peter M's comment, the next games don't get any easier. After playing us next week, Chelsea and Man City at the Bridge, and then go to Newcastle. I can honestly see them getting no points in many of those games. which will be really tough on Pochettino to, because you know what your man Bowley is like. He'll sack him without even thinking about it. So, but Peter says, as a Spurs fan, well, I'm always careful not to assume things. Yeah, I think we're all like that now. None of us want to take anything for granted. We're doing very well at the minute, but we've got our feet firmly on the ground. We're not getting ahead of ourselves. We've done very well to do what we've done so far. Record-breaking number of points. And Wayne Bonner, hiya Wayne. Afternoon all. Chelsea in about 400 laughs after it. Yeah, there you go. Now that's a bad weekend for Chelsea all round, seeing as we beat them in the under-18s and Brentford beat them in the league. Oh, there you go. And Stevie D is saying, hey Steve, was a bit frustrated with the negativity on all the watch-alongs yesterday. We weren't good, but Palace had a good game plan in mid that was completely ignored. Always felt second half we'd get space. Yeah, I mean, I thought the performance. Okay, I think the most disappointing thing about the performance yesterday.
We weren't negative, by the way.
No, we weren't negative at all. But I think
yeah.
we only had one shot on target, which for Tottenham is not enough. But then again, we dominated possession, and we really, apart from that spate of corners that Palace had, but Palace never really threatened us from those corners. Like apart from the 2 early saves that Venom had to make, they were routine enough. They never really troubled us. So, listen, you can't, there's going to be days when we're not going to be playing fast-flowing, attractive football. There's days we're going to have to muck in. Crystal Palace is probably one of the most toughest grounds in the league to go. Their fans are manic. They make loads of noise. They're really intimidating, and we silenced them. And 2-1. Would have preferred 2-0, but VAR made another balls of things anyway, but not disallowing Ayew's goal. Ayew, by the way, in my touching up procedure, should have had at least 3 bookings in that match yesterday. Didn't even get one because the referee was atrocious, absolutely atrocious again. And Carl Simpson saying, "Oh, hello, by the way. How are you, Carl?" And Peter M saying, "Hello, Dermot and Philip." Dermot will be here now in a moment again. So, what have we got here? Oops, the same one again. Carl Simpson saying, "Philip, do you ship it out?" Could you No, we're only talking hypothetically there. I don't have any of it. Sorry, Carl. Sorry, Carl. Dermot might, though. Ask him. Stevie D saying, if Carlsberg...
Don't start bringing my name into disrepute. Now, you've made me fuck up my banner now. I have to start all over again now.
Oh, I didn't do anything.
No, you accusing me of being the biggest drug dealer this side of Ireland.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
You did. You
said,
I don't deal in that, but Dermot does, so ask him when he comes back. Don't start pushing the finger at me,
You're only the biggest one in Wexford, Dermot, not in Ireland.
Don't start pushing. Don't start having the cam or CRA coming down to my
house. Hang on. I can hear the sirens from here. Anyway.
Yes, Mr. Tom Jones of the Irish population of... And that. So
come here, when you bring your picture up, I can't abuse you when I'm not looking at you.
I'm doing something.
Oh, I see. Okay, right. You're busy. Right. Okay. I'll carry on with the comments anyway. Steve D, if Carlsberg did the weekend, Spurs win and Chelsea back in their cage. Now let's see that the Blades complete the weekend. Yeah, it'd be great if Sheffield United could beat Arsenal. Jesus, that would cap it all. That really would. And Peter M. Poch looked haunted after the match. Yeah, I'd say he does. And Steve D, old ghost on the bench. Yeah, I'd say Poch has aged about 20 years since he took over that job. We could have told him not to go near the place, but he wouldn't listen. Peter M, I don't think we played badly last night. Just that Palace had a good team and hard to break down at home. Yeah, Roy Hodgson's a wily old fox. Like he's been managing football teams for about 100 years, so he knows every eventuality, what sort of team to put out. And Palace played pretty well last night. It's just that we were better than them. And Peter M, I could hear the Palace fans from outside my home, and I live about 2 miles from the stadium. Yeah, they are a loud bunch, all right, Again, Stevie D is saying, Peter M, exactly right, mate. Roy is no mug either, and their pitch is small. They crowded the mid. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Carl Simpson said, Jesus Dermot appears from nowhere like the ghost of Christmas past. Oh, yes, Dermot. You'll be haunting the place now.
I'm haunting you, and I will haunt you for accusing me of
All
being
right.
that, Mr.
Yeah, and just while we're waiting for the main man to come back on here, I just want to mention again what's happening here on Tuesday.
Okay, just very quickly, Philip, I apologise. My washing machine's decided at the precise time to do its high drive, so I will be back in a
No,
minute.
that's all right. It's okay.
So,
No,
Philip,
I'll waffle on for another few minutes here. Don't worry.
you're doing very good waffling. You're a very good waffler.
Thanks. That's good. Yeah, I like waffles. All right. Yeah, next Tuesday at 4:00, we're putting out a podcast, and the special guest is Norman Giller. Now, Carl, you know where I'm coming from on this. You've read the book. I'm after going through it there this morning and picking out. We're doing it actually. Just a little state secret. We're pre-recording this with Norman on Monday morning. There's the book there now, the G-Men. Some of the stories in that book, I'll tell you, I'd say they were the ones he could tell without being sued for whatever you can be sued for putting wrong things in books. Some of the stories are absolutely brilliant, and about Alan Gilzine and Jimmy Greaves, and plus the other stories. I'll just tell you one off that I'm going to ask him about on Monday. When Jimmy Greaves landed at Tottenham for his first day at the club, he turned up in his white Jaguar, right? And when he drove into the car park, Phil Beale, you remember Philip Beale? He was a defender that played for Spurs at the time. Philip Beale went over to him, touched his forelock. You're very welcome, Mr. Greaves. Can I park your car for you? Phil Beale made out that he was the car park attendant at the ground. Jimmy Greaves didn't know who he was until later on, obviously. But that's the type of stuff they got on with. And there's one other very poignant bit that I'm going to bring. You know that Jimmy had trouble with alcohol. Well, Norman Giller co-wrote 20 books with Jimmy Greaves. And one of the books came out in 1979. It was an absolute groundbreaker. It was called This One's on Me. It was about Jimmy's struggle with alcoholism. And then Norman liked to drink as well now. And the two of them were sitting down on the 20th of February, 79, doing a proofread of the book with their two wives. Norman's wife has sadly passed away since. And they said, Jimmy, how about the two of us give up the drink? And from that day to this, okay, Norman and Jimmy died 2 years ago. Neither of them touched a drop of alcohol. Norman is still on the wagon. And they toasted each other's sobriety with a cup of coffee. So that's the type of stuff that's in the book, So it's really good. So I want you all to tune in at 4:00 on Tuesdays to listen to it. I cannot wait. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Anyway, we keep going here. We've had that one. It goes to business past. Carl, Dermot is doing a banner with his contract number and address as to where he took it. And you're giving out to me about that, Carl. I think you'll be getting a letter from the solicitor about that one, Carl. Very good. Peter M. Philip and Dermot, do you think Brandon Johnson should replace Richie on the left wing as first choice? I think after yesterday, that may well be the case. He was on the pitch 5 minutes and he created that goal for Sonny. He did more in that couple of minutes than Richie did the whole match. So, yeah, I think so. Richie's confidence looks shot. I just don't know what's wrong with the guy. And I think that we may well see Brandon playing against Chelsea. Playing against a Chelsea team is going to be so low on confidence. You want someone with pace that can run at them. And I think that really could be like his thought. What I liked about him last night was, you see, when he took that lovely pass from Porro, he could have used his feet or chested it down, but he used his head to head it into the path of Madison. And Palace weren't expecting that. You have been warned, lad. You have been warned. And Carl Simpson, it truly is a wonderful book. I love it. It is. Now, I know it goes off subject a lot in the middle. It talks an awful lot about the 1967 Cup final when we beat Chelsea, and it also tells a little bit about the little bit of animosity that there was between Jimmy Greaves and Terry Venables, which is quite interesting. And we're going to tease that one out as well. So there you are now. And Steve D said, to this day, Saint and Greavesy has never been surpassed. Ian St. John would spend half the time in fits at Greavesy. Do you know that Jimmy Greaves, after Saint and Greavesy finished, it finished in 1992 when Sky took over things and things changed in football and the Premiership started. Jimmy Greaves actually became a stand-up comedian. And apparently he was brilliant at it. That and an after-dinner speaker. So that's why St. John was in the fits at him, because Greavesy. And apparently Greavesy spent, I remember the Saint and Greavesy vaguely, didn't watch that much of it. But I understand he spent half the programme slagging off Scottish goalkeepers. And Ian St. John was always countering back, defending his countrymen's goalkeeping, But it was a great old show. And Column on Full Time Sports Network is saying it is, Carl, to be honest. Yeah, this is great. This is a really good book. And Dermatron and is agreeing. And this THFC fella, he keeps coming in, I know who he is. And Carl Timpson, in rebuttal to Dermot's comment, I'm not scared, Dermot. I provide you with your vast business and where we live, where I live.
You two are getting letters from my solicitor, the pair of you.
Okay?
Oh,
lovely.
The pair
lovely.
of you.
That's all right.
I don't care. I am
But
taking you down.
I'm running short on firelighters anyway, so I can light the
Are
fire
you?
with it.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Anyway,
I'm
you're back, are you?
Yeah, I'm back. Washing machine decided to stop doing river dance.
Oh, very good. That's
My
very
washing
good.
machine reminds me of Michael Flatley.
Okay.
It does. Look, Saints and Greavesy, Philip, was the football show in my childhood.
Yeah.
And look, we talked about showing it here, didn't we? For the people that
We
never
did,
watched
actually,
it.
yeah, we did.
And I would like to know if we could.
I wonder could we get away with it? Sorry.
Now, I don't know if we could do it as a pre-record or we could do it live. If somebody can ask, I don't know who to ask on YouTube. If somebody can find out our chat's brilliant, so they will find out. If somebody can find out of it, what the law is for showing old TV programs on YouTube. Because how old is that now, Philip? It's
30
over
years.
30 years?
More than 30 years, yeah. Yeah. Talking of oldies, I'm just watching Mick Jagger and Ronnie Wood in the stand at Barcelona for the Real Madrid game. Mick Jagger looks like 120.
Yeah, Mick Jagger is. Just to keep you an idea, there's been a goal at Burnley and Bournemouth. I need to change that, Philip.
See that?
Yeah, let me change that now. Let me just change that now. And Burnley, of course, are 1-0 up.
Millwall, Taylor scored after 12 minutes.
Watford are beating Millwall, by the way.
And Southampton beat Birmingham 3-1, so that's 3 defeats on the bounce for Wayne Rooney.
What do you reckon of that Wayne Rooney thing?
I think it's a crazy situation. Birmingham, I think, was 6th in the league. John Eustace is doing a great job. They've got rid of him for no real reason other than bringing in Wayne Rooney, and 3 or 4 times the salary that John Eustace was on. So, and they've lost every match since.
Yeah,
I just don't figure it out.
No.
I think it's bringing in a big name, thinking it would have the effect, but it hasn't had it yet. That's for sure.
No, it hasn't. It really hasn't. Well, listen, guys. There is the score. We've got a few here. Peter Rams saying, Philip, Saint and Greaves invented the football pundit shows. BBC had Bob Wilson on Football Focus, but he was rather tame. Yeah, he was.
He was ex-Arsenal. He was ex-Arsenal, so you know.
We've got Mile High Hotspur. Big up my homies. Big up Mile High Hotspur. Hope you're doing well there in the United States of America, my homie. Carl says, I'll let you read this one out, Philip.
Tell your solicitor I will tell the guard where the lost stash is. If I'm going down, you are too.
All right, fair enough. I'll call off my solicitor then, Philip. I'll give you, Carl. I'll give you 65% of the cut. How's that?
That sounds pretty generous.
And Mr. Brady gets the rest. There you go.
Lovely.
I'm retiring, so I'm leaving it to you and Philip to do.
Oh, thank you so much. Are you giving up your round, are you?
I am, yeah. It's no
the paper round, as you call it.
Mick Jagger has proved having a Duracell battery feed gives you a longer life.
Oh, I'll tell you, I won't think. I don't know. I think all these years of shagging women we're catching up with them now. To be honest with you,
that is true. Matthew says today is El Clasico. Oh my!
Yeah, I'm watching it here. Because Barcelona aren't in the new camp at the moment; they're in their other stadium in Barcelona.
Yeah.
It's completely no covers. It's completely open.
Yeah, Millwall just equalised Fleming after 12 minutes. So that game of Watford Millwall's 1-1.
Yeah, that's another thing. Another story about this. I was going to do anecdotes from the book as well to get people in the mood for Norman Giller. But apparently, 1967, Spurs played Millwall in the 3rd round of the FA Cup at their place, at Coldblow Lane, whatever you call it, right? And before the game, the Millwall fans sacrificed a live cockerel on the pitch. That is absolutely true. Can you believe that? I know the Millwall fans are hard, but killing an animal on the pitch before a match, that's taking it a bit too far.
Were they at the old den?
The old den, whatever they call it, Coldblow Lane or whatever. Yeah, the old den. But
they sacrificed a live
chicken on the pitch before the match. A live cockerel, not even a chicken, it was a cockerel, thinking they were going to do the same to Spurs, you know. I mean, we drew 0-8 and only beat them 1-0 in the replay. So that was the year we won the cup.
And people thought my generation were mad. Your generation was off the fucking charts.
That wasn't my generation. That's before my time. Come on.
What, in 1967?
67, yeah.
67?
I wasn't nowhere near being an adult at that stage. I was only a kid.
Yeah, well, it's still your generation, Philip. You're a part
No,
of that generation.
no, it wouldn't have been. It would have been my father's generation because.
Well, then your father may rest in peace. Not him, not my granddad, not my dad, but most of them. That was a weird. They were all out on the wacky.
It was weird. Imagine trying that now. The animal rights people would be going mad about it for a start. You know.
Oh dear. You do come out with some stories, Philip. I have to say.
Sure, no, I know. Sure, I've been here around so long. I've loads of them. I could remember them. You know.
Yeah. How, is it 102 now? You've been around 102?
108 actually.
108. You're doing well.
Yeah.
Doing well.
Yeah, not bad.
Philip was alive when the Titanic sank. That's how old Philip is.
Well, I do have a connection to the Titanic.
Cool. Yeah,
albeit tenuous.
Okay, then what is your link to the Titanic, Mr. Brady?
My grandfather worked for a furniture firm in Belfast.
Yeah.
That supplied the beds and the occasional tables to the second-class cabins on the Titanic. And while he never actually said that, we think he was actually on the ship at the time it was delivered. So he would have been on the Titanic in Belfast before it left Belfast.
So he wasn't on the Titanic when it sank, but he left.
Well, he hardly was, because I wouldn't be here if he had been. But you know, he was on it when it was being fitted out in Belfast.
Well, you could have been. You could have been, Philip.
He could have been survived. But I've always had a fascination with the Titanic because of that, you know.
I mean, we'll go back to football, right? That is the weirdest thing ever. To build a boat, right? This boat's unsinkable. This boat is unsinkable. It's a bit like Manchester United winning the league. It's on, it's going to happen, right? And then they reckon it was an inside job. They reckon it was an insurance job.
No, I'll tell you one thing. There was anybody with a bit of mechanical knowledge at all would know it couldn't have been unsinkable because they had watertight doors, right, which was up a certain level. But as the ship went down, the one watertight compartment would fill, then the water would tip into the next one, into the next one, into the next one. It was as logical as tomorrow's Sunday. That ship was not unsinkable. It was going to sink, you know. And to tell you another thing too, I was in the Titanic graveyard in Halifax, Canada, a few years ago.
Yeah.
And you know, if you've ever seen the film of Titanic, Jack Dawson is the main character that Leonardo DiCaprio plays, right? There's a headstone in the graveyard, J. Dawson, and it's got flowers on it. People keep putting flowers on it because they think in the way people's minds work, it's the same fella. Jack Dawson's a fictional character in the film, but there was a Jack Dawson, a stoker on the ship who died, and that's his grave.
Right.
So yeah, another little stupid story, you know.
Not a bit, yeah, sure. Anyway, yeah, that's interesting, Philip. We should do a show actually, The Godfather's Titanic stories, because he was there. I'm sure he does kill me after the shows. Every shows, you know, he gives me he's a bit like Ange Postecoglou. He gives me a dressing down if I need one.
I do not. But there's another story as well. There's another graveyard. I used to live in Cloners in County Monaghan.
Hang on a minute. I just want to get this right. You've got a very weird liking of graveyards, Philip.
Yeah, no. It was a tour we were on. They brought us to this graveyard, you know. But there was a gravestone in it from a guy from Cloners in County Monaghan, from the same street that we lived on. Yeah. Another useless bit of information.
Anyone expected to turn in for football has just got about a 5-minute versions of graveyard.
It's a slow day in the scoring stakes anyway. It's still only one goal in the Premiership.
Yeah, we get Philip Brady's graveyard. ITE should link you up for a show. The Brady. We can call it.
I'll be coming live from weird and wonderful places now in a few weeks' time, lads. So.
Oh, we're looking forward to that. Are you sure now you're becoming live? I don't have to get a substitute in.
Well, I'll tell you, the only thing is I'll be 8 hours behind you. So you ring me at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's midnight with us. So don't even think about it, right?
I might do it just for the crack.
Don't even think about it. I'll tell you one thing. You get a rocket from my missus when she gets back after that. Because I'm warned. Switch off that bloody phone. Yeah. Anyway.
I might do that live on air just for the crack. Let's see, can we get hold of Philip here?
In other words, I won't be available till 4 p.m. in the afternoon Irish time, at least.
Which is
8 a.m. in the morning.
So when you wake up, you're going to do the breakfast show, and I'm going to do the drive show. That's how it's going to work, basically.
Yeah, right. Okay, right. The only thing is there is where I am, there's going to be decent internet, so I should be able to make contact. You know.
Where are you going anyway?
Going from Los Angeles to Miami, through the Panama Canal and via Colombia and Mexico.
Will you do me a favor? Would you take some videos, a daily video from your ship, so I can put it up in the channel? So
I will do. Yeah.
Thfc.
I thought you were going to say, "Will you bring me back something from Colombia?" And I said, "No."
Yeah, could you bring me back something from Colombia? Could you bring me back a Pablo Escobar bar of chocolate or something?
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be looking for a bit of Colombian sugar.
Yeah, I could see you doing that, Philip. You're probably. I still haven't got my cockerel off you yet, by the way.
I know, that's right. If I post it them, it's going to get broken.
Can I have another look at it? Because I've forgotten what it looks like.
I'll tell you what. I'll go and get it now. And put me on hold. I'll go and get it for you. Hold on.
Yeah. I got this lovely cockerel made for me. It is gonna be put up every time we do the cockerel clock. Oh, Bournemouth have equalised, guys. Bournemouth have equalised, and it is Semenyo after 22 minutes. So we've got Lincoln are 1-0 up against Exeter. We've got Augsburg are 2-1 down to Wolfsburg. Stuttgart are 2-1 down to Hoffenheim. Newport are 1-0 up against Gillingham. But Burnley and Southend are 1-0 up against Boreham Wood. Kidderminster are losing 1-0 to Chesterfield. So Bournemouth 1 or Burnley 1. Let me change that at the bottom of the screen. Now, guys,
just scored against Real Madrid.
And Barcelona have just taken the lead.
Now, here, Adam.
Look at my lovely cockerel. Look at that lovely cockerel. Look at that. That's mine. That is coming up somewhere in my house. Got that ready for next season, Philip, when we go back into the Champions League.
That's it.
There we go.
That's it.
Right. Now, should we get back to these comments? Because poor old Wayne's been waiting for a while after we went through the wonderful life of Philip and Graveyards. We should actually put a golden game on today, these Saturday's games, Philip. We really should, actually.
Yeah,
might even do that in a minute.
Bit of crack talking over it too.
Yeah. I'm sure there's at least one episode of Saint and Greavesy available on YouTube on the channel, but I can't remember his name. I found a load of them, but I don't know if we'll get copyrighted for showing it. That is the thing. I would love to show it.
If they're up on YouTube, though, surely they've been, whoever put them up would have been copyrighted.
It depends. Yeah, but depends if we get the copy. If they're, it's very funny YouTube. I don't really understand it.
Yeah.
God, we're well behind the chats here, Philip. We really are.
Plenty of time.
I've got Carl Simpson. To be fair, I wouldn't last in prison. I'm far too hot.
Oh, don't drop the soap in the showers, Carl.
Yeah, Philip, Carl will be the first one in the shower. I'm dropping the soap. Yeah. Oh, could somebody please pick up the soap? Oh, sorry. Woo! Yeah. Well, anyway, move on.
I think so. Yeah, quit while you're ahead.
Quit while I'm ahead. The other white royalty in playing today against Barcelona. Yeah. They copied us, by the way. Wilton McDonald from all the way from America, where Philip might even bump into Wilton when he's over there.
Yeah, I've been in Miami on the last day. All right.
Doing some diplomatic work for the Irish government. What are you doing over there for the Irish government anyway, Philip? What's the plan?
Coming home.
Are you planning to go and see Biden or something at the White House? Do you know to get a bit of diplomacy going?
No. Leave that to the ones that know something about it.
This is America we're talking about, Philip.
Yeah, I know. Well, maybe the odd one that knows what they're doing.
Yeah. No offense to any Americans watching, but their politicians have as much sense as Cuckoo the Clown does in a circus.
Yeah, some of them certainly.
Some of them. I don't know. Anyway, good afternoon, guys. I'm just going to tune into the El Clasico. After yesterday, everything is less important. Not your channel, he says. Not your channel. Big up, Wilton. We never thought that 1 minute. Steve D says, I've seen the Stones live at Hyde Park. Legends. Never seen them live.
Yeah, I saw them. Saw them in Crow Park.
Did you?
The trouble is, they were playing up at the Hill 16 end, and we were up the other end, the Nally end, or whatever you call that place, the other end. They might as well have been. There were like dots on the horizon, and the sound was awful. So it wasn't a great concert.
No. We've got Carl saying football's back in the days unmatched. It is. It really
Yeah.
is.
No, yeah.
Did you guys saw the Cricket World Cup? It's going crazy. Philip, you've been keeping up with the Cricket World
Yeah,
Cup.
New Zealand got beat by 6 runs by Australia this morning. A very tight match. Went to the last ball of the game, actually.
How's Afghanistan doing?
Better than England.
Yeah, that's true.
That's an upset, I think. Yeah, Afghanistan have won a couple of matches. England have only won one match. So, but there's still a few to go, but I don't think they're going to qualify.
No. No start for Luka Modric. He's coming to the end of. I think he is coming to the end of his time.
I'd take him back. I'd take him back to the lane for another season. Just to have him
I
there.
would. I would.
Yeah.
Just a quick goals here. Reading are 2-0 up against Portsmouth. Philip, Newport are 2-0 up against Gillingham, and Kidderminster have just equalised against Chesterfield. Falkirk are
Be careful
2-0
you
up.
say that name, Dermot.
Yeah, I know. I just have to think of Captain Kirk. Falkirk are 2-0 up against Alloa, and then Bolton are 2-0 up against Charlton, and
I think Bournemouth have just equalised.
Yeah, they have. I've got it up there. No, Burnley
yeah.
went 2-0 up. Did that go get disallowed?
No, it's one each. It's one each according to this.
Well, I didn't see.
Semenyo equalised after 22 minutes.
Are you sure? Because it come up here 2-0 to Bournemouth. Oh, okay. Or is it 2-1 Bournemouth? Okay, I got that wrong.
Maybe they scored again, but no, still. Hang on. Bad news coming in from the library.
Oh no.
Yeah, big chance is up. That means they're going to score. Hold on.
Okay, so I'll give Burnley an extra goal, which I shouldn't have done.
Yeah, it's one each there, and it's taking a while to come up now. Hold on, please let it be a mistake.
Well, it hasn't come up on Sky yet.
No, it hasn't. No,
good. That's good.
No, that's now 1-0.
Oh God, you would have to do it as soon as I change it. So 1-0 to them, to the South Londoners.
1-0 to the South Londoners. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, what a shame!
I don't know who scored yet now, but I don't really care. Yeah.
It was Nikita.
Nketiah. That clown.
Yeah, that clown. Yeah. And Swansea are 1-0 up against Blackburn. So there is the latest scores. Right, let's go back to the chat. Let's see who's doing. We're well behind, by the way, Philip. Matthew, when Philip goes to the treadmill does push-ups, the influence. Yeah, he is. He's a bit of an influence. What the iceberg? What the iceberg was on the payroll? Yeah, of course it was.
Yeah, it just jumped out in front of the ship. Yeah.
He didn't get paid. That was the problem with the iceberg, right? He didn't get paid, so the iceberg said, "Right, I'm going to take you down." Quick, there was enough room. That there was enough room on that door. Rose budged over.
Oh.
Matthew says the Titanic is a weird accident. Like, how can you sank your first journey? I think there was somebody who pre-planned all of this. There's not logically possible. Look, Philip, I actually agree.
No, I don't know. I'll tell you what the biggest mistake happened that night. You know, the North Atlantic, it's normally very choppy and there's waves and everything. That particular night, the sea was as calm as it's ever been, which means the lookouts would have seen the water hitting against the iceberg and making splash noises. They didn't see it till it was too late. You know, that was just basically what it was. If it was an insurance job, it was the most elaborately planned one, and it's never been. You know, you couldn't plan it really, unless you sailed it straight into an iceberg. Let's go looking for an iceberg we can crack into. You know.
Yeah, you're going to America, right, lads? What's the plan today? We're searching for an iceberg, lads.
Yeah, we need a big iceberg. You know, apparently that iceberg was thousands hundreds of years old. It takes them so long to build up like that,
and it got in the way of a ship.
It got in the way, but they reckon that for years after that iceberg was floating around with the paint scrapes off the Titanic on its outside.
Did they ever find that iceberg?
No, I don't think so. They hadn't got the technology back then. No. You know?
Peter M says, Steve D, my big brother was there for the July 69 concert. Wow.
Oh, boy.
What's the point, Thfc? Hello, what's up? Chelsea fans crying Blue Rivers, which spilled into deltas to reach the sea of blue tears.
Well, let's hope they're crying even more next Monday week.
Word of warning, you should only ring me when you're calling me. I haven't rung you.
Right.
Philip may have done, but
it's like the episode of Only Fools and Horses when the painter says, Rodney, I was trying to ring you last night.
Yeah.
I don't have a phone. Oh, well, that's why I couldn't get you. You know.
Best place to be, damn it. There is no one there to disturb you. Where, on the Titanic or in Florida? Peter M says that would have been amazing, mate. That's just after Brian Jones died, wasn't it?
Yeah, Keith Taylor took over from Mick Taylor. Took over from.
What's the point? FC said Philip's going over for a secret meeting with David and Victoria Beckham. I think that's what he's up to.
Oh, God.
I think
No, I'm going to meet Kim Kardashian instead.
I think there's a secret love child somewhere in America.
Bloody hell. You'd be hearing from my solicitor soon.
I'm joking, Philip. I'm joking.
Barcelona just hit the post.
It was too good of an opportunity to miss.
I know.
With the David Beckham thing, it really was too good to miss. David Beckham had an affair with his nanny, and Victoria had it. Yeah, I won't go any further than that. I will be hearing from Philip Celeste. You can fill in the blanks, everyone. You can fill in the blanks. Oh, actually, put in the chat the most funniest blank. Right. What did Victoria Beckham and Philip Brady get up to on the day?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There you go. Where's Mrs. Brady today, by the way?
Just as well. She's upstairs, just as well.
I love it. I love finding Philip off. It's so funny.
Keep going.
I love it. Sounds nice when Spurs win, doesn't it, Philip? Do you know?
Sure. The humour's always good. Like if we lost last night, now we'd be sitting there banging our head off the wall, you know.
No, Philip, I've been the humour. You would have been there going through the 7 depths of depression.
No,
you're at number 6 at the moment, blaming the manager. Peter Rem, sounds nice that cruise. Let's hope the Panama Canal doesn't dry up beforehand.
No, apparently there is a shortage of water there, but I think it's going to affect ships next year, not this year.
Now, Philip, I know you told me that. Look, I'm not going to talk about what's happening in the Middle East, but you were due to go to Israel, weren't you?
No, next year. Yeah.
Now, have you
not
cancelled?
No, they haven't cancelled the trip. See, I paid a deposit on the trip, which means I can't cancel before they do. Yeah. But they will cancel it. There's no way. It was actually supposed to be going to the town of Ashdod, which is 10 miles from where the incursion was. And also going to Haifa, which is another place. And it was going to Jerusalem and Bethlehem we were going to go for. And it's also going to go to Alexandria to see the pyramids, but that's all gone now. It's not going to happen, you know. But it's a pity, but there's no way they're going to put anyone at risk. It's going to be years before that area is back to normal. So it's a goner, I'm afraid.
Yeah, there you go. So, but you're going down the Panama Canal, are you? No, you've been down there, haven't you?
No. This is it. No, this is my bucket list trip. Yeah, no.
No, did you go down there?
No, I've never done it before. No, never.
Why did I think you went down there last year or the year before?
No, never been. No, never been in the Panama. Never been. Okay. No, and the only it's working out very well because I've got a first cousin living in Los Angeles. Moved out there last year, so we're going to meet up with him when we're over there. So good a crack. You know?
Carl says, where are you performing the Tom Jones tribute concert while you're out there? World tour, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. So going to do it on the ship.
Yeah. Philip is actually starting his world tour from Florida to Miami. No, that's in the same state.
Los Angeles to Miami.
Los Angeles, yeah. You could have stopped me when I said Florida, but you decided.
I just like to see you making mistakes, then.
You just like me hanging myself.
Of course I do, yeah. I know.
Yeah, of course you do. I don't know. You can't get the staff these days. Steve D, Peter M says, Steve D, yes, my brother was there by the trees near the stage. I was too little to go. You should have went, Peter. You should have went. Carl says, yuck.
Lovely.
I can't
Carl,
read that
you never
out.
cease to get him. You never cease to get him.
I cannot read that out. If I wanted to, I couldn't.
Just let everyone read it themselves.
Your beep is coming up somewhere in your house. People behave. It's not
beep.
But not after the watershed. You're bollocks, Carl. You're absolute bollocks, man. But we love you for it. Steve D says, yeah, I know exactly where you mean. That's why the return felt so iconic and was amazing. The hottest day that year. Loved it. They're talking about there. We've got Peter Rim says the Rolling Stones should be called the Winkles now. I've never liked them and their music too.
No, I like their early stuff. I won't be so keen on what they've done recently,
No.
but the 60s stuff was good.
What's the point? Says I thought you said full cock. Oh, dear.
Oh, lovely.
You lot are absolutely. And then he says Falkirk.
Folk.
Oh
Okay.
dear. There's a lot of talking about thing. Peter M said, I think the Titanic due to overconfidence and negligence navigation.
It did. They
it
were
was.
going too quick. They were trying to beat the speed record.
I guess the iceberg just melted away into the background.
It left the scene of the crime.
Yeah. Was a big girl at our school nicknamed Titanic, as she would go down easy.
Nothing could be said about that one now. That's fairly self-explanatory.
Oh God, this show does start off with such good intentions.
And
It really does.
Quickly, doesn't it? It really
and Mia's nowhere to be seen, to be fair.
Just as well. Just to be off the air if she was.
Yeah. Obviously, we grew up in a different political correct climate. Yeah, that's true. Look, can I just say quickly on that, Philip? Look, you and me started the podcast talking about world politics and the Americans and happening in the Middle East and that. But when I was a kid, right, growing up in England, there wasn't all about it was all about Ireland and happening in Northern Ireland. And my parents being from the North and Ireland, my mother being from Armagh, my dad from Mayo, my adopted parents. I, as a kid, was very much grew up in a household of a divide. Or going out, there was a divide with the people that didn't understand what was going on, what was behind what went on.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a problem with all these conflicts, Philip, in the world, that there's not much education? People don't take time to look at the history of what's happening is happening, and they're just a lot of news agencies just pick a side. Well, we're going with that side and we're going to show nothing about the other side, or we're going to show that side, we're going to show nothing. There's no balanced journalism anymore, and
very little.
Do you think that's where society, Philip, in general has now? Society's become, we're going to pick one side or the other.
Yeah, I think what people do, they take the Israeli Hamas conflict at the minute, right? Everyone's so concerned about what's happened on both sides, the atrocities being committed by both sides. But I haven't yet seen a program on any channel that's exploring the history of why they're doing what they're doing to each other.
Philip, can I just say, I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the picture Carl Simpson just sent me.
Okay, right.
I am going to bring it up, by the way.
Yeah. No, I think it's a case of that people, I won't say taking sides, but they're not exploring the reasons these things are happening. The reasons for the Middle East goes back centuries and 75 years in the more recent thing. And while Israel are by no means the good guys in this, in fact, they're probably the protagonists. What Hamas did to them, they should have known what the reaction was going to be, because Israel do not like being attacked. But they're completely wrong on what they're doing. I mean, good God, they're killing innocent civilians, and that's horrible, as Hamas were for doing what they did. So I'm afraid this Middle East conflict, it's not going to end anytime soon. It's going to go on and on and on until somebody says stop. And with a right-wing government in Israel, I don't think that's going to happen. They're just going to keep going. I don't know about you, but I always heard that the Israeli intelligence was the best in the world. How they missed this attack? Two things happened. One, they were asleep, which I don't think is the case. Two, they knew about it, but calmly ignored it, knowing it would give them a chance to retaliate, and that's what they've done. That's my reading on it.
No, I agree with you, Philip. Look, I'm not. Look, you and me had a conversation on it this morning, which nearly got a little heated at one point. But
I mean, we're both pretty much on the same side, but we might just have a different way of getting there, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Now, I want to bring this picture up. Philip, Carl Simpson very kindly sent me the picture of the iceberg that sank the Titanic. Now,
this should be good.
This iceberg is something I've never seen before, and how this iceberg sank a big ship is beyond me. Now, the only thing what I think he could have done was the iceberg took some special tablets to make it bigger. But here's the iceberg. And there it goes.
I was going to say something very rude there. I said the minute the Titanic hit that, they were fucked. Anyway.
You mean, yeah. Anyway, yeah, the Titanic.
Shouldn't be laughing at a tragedy like that, but anyway.
Shouldn't be. That's why I was laughing at the picture, Philip. Because
No, I know.
yeah.
I know. It's amazing what Photoshop can do, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Anyway, right, okay. Where were we? Where were we? There. Look, yeah, I agree with you, Philip. Look, I just feel that. Look, I'm coming from a point of view of what it was like for me as a child growing up in an Irish household, going to school with what went on with everything went on with the struggle we had, the North and the South, Philip. And I understand what it's like. I got bullied to hell because my parents were Irish. I got beat up, bullied every day of my school life because my parents were Irish.
Yeah. I had a bit of that as well because I was Irish living in England as well.
And I remember going to school one day, and I remember a teacher come up to me and call me a Fenian B.
Oh God!
Now, my history teacher was actually a Sinn Féin fella, right? Lovely man, absolutely lovely man. And I was really upset by what he called me. And I didn't really realize what it meant because I was only 11 or 12 at the time, so I didn't know what the word meant. I got into trouble because I got into a fight with a fella because he called my dad. My dad was an IRA, whatever, and my dad wasn't like that. My dad was many things, but not that. And I got into a fight and, of course, beat the fella up. We had him scrap, and that's when this explained to me. And I went home and told my parents. My parents were fuming.
Yeah.
Now, where, and then I got taught about the history of why. And then I understood it. There's no education now, Philip, that people just see it and they think it is one side and it's just good against evil.
That's it.
But it's people in the middle that get caught up between good versus evil are the ones that get hurt.
The innocent victims that get caught up, like it's happening in those poor Israeli guys that were all killed and kidnapped, and then the thousands of Palestinians are getting killed just for being in the way, really. You know, it's terrible. It's awful. Yeah. This is probably the most brutal war there's been in a long, long time, because normally a war is between two armies who just fight each other. But this is a war between an army and a subversive organization who lives in ordinary people's houses. So when you attack a Hamas guy, chances are you're killing 3 or 4 innocent citizens living in that house. That's the problem.
Was Michael Collins doing the same back in the War of Independence?
Oh, he did, yeah, but like that was the guerrilla. That was guerrilla tactics, you know. That's
but
different.
The point is, it's the same. It's the
same idea. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Come here, can I just cut across you there? There's some match going on in Bayern Munich at the moment. Bayern Munich are leading 1-0 against Darmstadt.
Yeah.
Harry Kane, by the way, scored. But Kimmich for Bayern Munich was sent off after 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Gazula and Maglika sent off for Darmstadt after 21 and 41 minutes. It's not half time yet, and 3 players have been sent off already.
Well, Kane scored.
Bayern Munich are winning 1-0. Second half. Second half.
Yeah.
Second half now. Yeah, 2-0 now. I don't know who got the second one.
Wow.
Kane and Sane. But that's some game. 9 men against 10.
Yeah. What's the point? Big up Steve D. Thank you for the talking point. Actually, it was a very good point he made there. I know he's joking that, but put up a good talking point. Philip as the history teacher and Dermot as the Michael Collins. You can feel the rebellion coming up inside me, Philip.
Yeah, it comes from your relative Michael Collins, you know.
Yeah.
Who would, if he'd lived, would have gone on to be probably the greatest politician in Irish history. But
oh yeah, I always want to ask you a question, Philip. Right. I'm sorry, folks. I'll get through the comments. I'll come back to it, Philip. Right. What's the point? It says Philip and Victoria did the raw hump dump behind Paul David's back.
Jeez,
there you
Victoria Beckham's stick insect. She's not my type, I'm afraid.
I doubt very much if Israel will remain open to tourists if war.
No, it's gone. Even if they are, even they can't expect us to go there, you know.
No. Pete Rem says, I had a silly thought. Okay, what's new? But given our cockerel and our nickname Spud, we are full meal chicken.
Right, that's right.
I love that. Steve D. Carl is laughing at Steve D. Or Yeah, he's laughing at Steve D. What's the point? Dermot's lifting his PC desk with his cockle. What a hard drive! What a hard drive!
Oh dear.
Fucking lot is the light. Every time I bend over, I realise I've got a bald patch starting to go here. Stop
Wear a
bending my
hat.
head over.
Wear a hat.
You can talk, Mr. Brady.
Okay, I will.
Yeah. I don't know who's more grey, you or me, Philip.
No, I think I am.
Did you take offence the other day on Dave's channel? Us being called the old ones.
No, I tell you, I started going grey when I was 17.
Same here.
I was still at school when I was going grey.
Yeah.
It's just a family thing. It's a family thing.
Dave and Jack calling us the older generation, Philip. I took offence to that.
I don't give it. I'm beyond all that. I don't give a toss now, to be honest.
David Shinner. Big up David Shinner. How are you? I think it's Shinner. Is it Shinner, Philip?
Sheer.
Yeah.
What
the hell have I walked in on?
Sorry, Schlur.
What the hell have I walked in on? Laugh my ass off. Dare I say, big up Dermot, Philip, big up David. Hope you're doing. David says, evening all. Chelsea lose. I know.
Yeah, 2-0. 2-0.
It's great. What's the point? Said Mia's a sexy little fox. The boys know her.
Speciality's been the best pocket rocket in the yard. Yeah, because I gave her the title Pocket Rocket there the night of the debate, so it seems to have stuck. By the way, Dermot still maintains that debate was fixed. By the way,
no, I don't.
The fact that he got absolutely hammered in it does not come into it.
I've given up. Mia won fair and square. Though Tequila did come into Mia's chat yesterday, Dermot was right. I think Dermot was right about OEBF.
Oh, lovely.
So there you go. Right. Her milkshakes brings all the boys to the yard. They like it's better than yours. I'll teach you, but I have to charge. Now,
the cryptic clue in there somewhere.
Yeah, there is. Mia, that's got nothing to do with me and Philip on this channel. She's part of this channel. It's got nothing to do with us. Philip staying very quietly.
I'm saying nothing.
I know, of course you're not. Greeny, big up Greeny. Says Alfie Devine just scored an overhead kick for Port Vale. Yeah, he did.
Alfie. Yeah, I hope he does well now. He's one for the future for us.
Yeah, David is going. Arsenal struggled against Sheffield United. Brentford beat Chelsea. Wow. Yeah, they are struggling.
It's still 1-0 to the Gooners, I think.
Rory Stewart has given an intro to the history of the Israeli-Palestine conflict on The Rest is Politics. He and Alistair Campbell are interviewing experts from both sides about the issue.
That's it.
Mr. Sketch is at it again.
Yeah,
Greeny
Harry
says,
Kane. Yeah.
Haha, tip of the iceberg from the picture. that iceberg was shocking, just shocking. Anyway, great show. Have to go later, lads.
Okay, lads. See you later.
What's the point? The problem today is we're a raised generation that believes that being offended is the reason to bring the house down. We're still in the dark ages without
critical thinking.
Yeah, do you agree with that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Let's just bring it back up again there. I think. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, we're very intolerant generation. And there's a comment coming up too, which I think sums up the reason behind an awful lot of these conflicts from Stevie D as well. If you just bring that one up,
I will do. Let me go through it. I will get to it. Yeah. Obviously, the football is not the highest on standard today because we're not playing. It gives you the guys a time of laughter.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I mean, Chelsea get beat 2-0.
Yeah.
Perez sent off to the stands. Pochettino looking like he's just come up from a funeral or going to one. Arsenal seem to be struggling against Sheffield United, 1-0 up. And we're 5 points top of the league. So happy days.
Yeah. I watched that game, Philip. And Poch looked like a haunted man.
Yeah, I know. He's probably wishing he's going to get a phone call from Todd Bowley telling him he's no longer required at the club.
Well, I still reckon he'd be gone before Christmas.
He could be gone after the next 3 matches if they don't do anything in them.
Being at a Catholic school, we had quite a few Irish origin kids, and one of our teachers was Northern Ireland Irish Republican, so I heard both sides.
Yeah.
Apparently, Wilton, They did. Chelsea lost 2-0, guys. Wilton and David, they lost 2-0 to Brentford. Your boy Dermot said Chelsea will win. Dermot was right. You should listen to Dermot. Yeah, you should listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. I'm like Eric Dyer. I've got this.
I can hear buzzing in my ear somewhere. That's still Dermot still talking, isn't it? Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. You there?
There's your buzzing.
Go on. Go on.
Go on. Go on. Go on.
Go on, go on, go on, go on.
Go on. Go on. You have one. You haven't. No, Wilton. They still haven't turned up. No, Chelsea have. No. Apparently, the team that played in blue today were a bunch of 11 individuals that got in off the stands.
Yeah, just did a WhatsApp message for the match and wanted 11 players.
Philip and Dermot. Well, that's going to be interesting. I'd love to hear Philip's take on this. Do you think aliens exist out there? Well, I think I'm talking to one.
Huh? Bloody hell. Ignore that person's last comment. I think when you look at the size of the solar system, it would take you infinity to get from here to the end of it. If there is an end to it, there's got to be something else out there. There has to be.
Yeah.
But are we ever going to know in our lifetime? There's been a few Area 17, or whatever you call it in America, where they're supposed to have this alien spaceship and stuff like that. That's about the only proof that there is aliens out there, if there are.
Look,
but
I'm still waiting for my car to transform. Right, I'm still waiting for that to happen, but that ain't going to happen. Never mind, Philip. That was right, Philip. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
You never heard of Transformers?
Oh, yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't watched it now, but I've heard of it. Yeah.
You should do. It's very good. Be up your alley. Look, I think we cannot be the only race out there somewhere along the line, Philip. There's got to be somebody else.
Yeah, it has to be. There has to be. I mean, there's already one alleged species of aliens, but they mostly go to another football ground in North London. That's where they can normally be found on a Saturday. But no one's actually proved what planet they come from.
Oh, is that the one that's down in North London? They should have been in South London.
It's the one that was built in North London but the plans said it should be built in Woolwich. But they built it in North London and got away with it.
When I worked on there, Philip, I saw some funny-looking people walking in that stadium every day. They really did. It was like and they got onto these spaceships and they just got out of the atmosphere. So I know you on about.
Yeah.
George Graham and the 1991 Arsenal team. This channel is heaven for dirty old men. Yay.
Oh, right, okay. And who might they be? You're looking around for them. Huh.
Yeah, I can't see them.
No, I can't see any. No, I can't see any. Actually, you know what I found? I was going to completely change the subject. I was going through I bought this program at a car boot sale years ago.
Going through that like that. Oh, yeah, where's that from?
1965, Tottenham versus Blackpool. And I'll just read out. I don't know because I don't know who won the game, but I'll just read out what the Spurs team was at that stage.
Yeah.
Bill Brown in goal.
Woohoo!
Cyril Knowles at right back. Ron Henry, the captain, at left back. Alan Mullery, number 4. Laurie Brown, number 5. Eddie Clayton, number 6. Jimmy Robertson, number 7. Jimmy Greaves, number 8. Frank Saul, number 9. Alan Gilzine, number 10. And Cliff Jones, number 11. There was no substitutes allowed in those days, right? And the attendance was, someone's written on the thing here, we actually won 4-1. Jimmy Greaves, Frank Saul with 2, and Cliff Jones scored for Spurs. We were 2-1 up at halftime, and the attendance was 30,131 people.
Jesus,
that's a bit of history, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the dirty old men.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not old, by the way.
No,
you can
neither
keep
am
the
I.
old bit for yourself. You can keep
well, that's all right. Thanks a million. I'll be insulted by that. It's only a number.
Philip, you've just said back now to the. I'm saying I'm not old.
No, I didn't say that. I said whoever they are, back to the dirty old men. Whoever they are. Anyway.
You're there. You're over there. They're in the background. They have.
Oh, they are. Okay. Right. Okay. They got the. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Saints and Greavesy having a few pints for
they're all watching reruns of the Benny Hill show.
Yeah. They're all Chelsea fans crying into their beers at the moment. At least we've got to see Chelsea fans crying, thinking they were back. I know, it's so funny.
14 points behind us.
Yeah. Peter Rome says, Matthew, what do you mean? I roam among you.
Oh, they are.
Yeah,
They found
there
one.
you go.
They found an alien.
And Matthew says, Peter M. Oh, you're so rarely from Area 51 with scary
that's
look
it.
in the face.
Mm.
We've got Steve D says the irony is religion is what this is.
Yeah. This
that's
is the comment that sums it all up. Actually,
it is. The irony is religion, which is at its core, is all about being a better person, is intolerant of other faiths at its most extreme level.
yeah. I'll give you an example of that. Do you remember back in the 10th or 11th century, the Crusades went to the Middle East? That was Christian against Muslim. They were fighting about religion back 1,200 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's never changed. Nothing changed.
Peter M says, Matthew, I have no, I've been assigned to South London to observe the local community and report back. And Matthew says, Peter M, how's it going there? How's it going on there? Surely you guys have signed some Chinese rights.
Oh.
Can you imagine an alien coming down, right, coming to the Earth, right? They got the battleships and they're looking at the Earth, right? And they're thinking, do you know what, lads? This planet ain't worth it.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. They wouldn't want to land anywhere around the Arsenal Stadium because they'd be looking for signs of intelligent life. They wouldn't find any there.
They'd be looking down thinking, if this is all what Earth has got to offer,
we'll go somewhere else. We'll go somewhere else.
We'll go somewhere else, lads. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Oh, dear. Matthew, we have many assigned to China as well. I drew the short straw, got sent to South London, bad for my promotion.
Projects. Oh, lovely.
I love
lovely.
this. Oh, how I've missed this show, Philip. We've talked nothing about football. And
there's a football going on. There is. Well, there's only one game in the Premiership at Burnley-Bournemouth. The other crowd doesn't play football.
And
still one each, actually. Half time, 1-0 to Arsenal. Half time, 1 each. Bournemouth, Burnley.
We've been an hour talking absolute shite, Philip, to be fair. And 16 people are watching us, and I'm thinking
it's a bit of crack on a Saturday. You know what else would you be doing?
Yeah, the worse we get, Philip, the higher the figures get.
I know.
Jesus.
I know.
We do have the stats from last night's game, by the way.
Oh God, yeah, there was a match last night. I forgot about that.
There was, yeah. We're 5 points clear at the top of the league. Peter Rem says, "Oh," and loads of scary faces. Carl says, Dermot said, ASMR, a new idea. What does that mean, Carl? Philip will come up with some funny quote.
I don't know what that is now. I'm open to suggestions there now. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Who can come up with the funniest ASMR quote, right? Should we do that for the book, Philip?
I know we'll do a question. I'll give a question now about Spurs. I think we'll do a Spurs related question, Dermot. You know, be only fair. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a look at the book now, and I'm going to put out a question, right?
Okay.
And I want to get the answers in on whoever puts the right answer in on Tuesday wins the book. Hold on.
Yeah. And if you can send it by postcards to London W12 SRJ. Harry Kane scored another goal for Bayern Munich. They're 5-0 up at the moment, so it looked like Kane's going to get his first trophy as a player in the Farmers League. David says, funny how they say we haven't played anyone, then go and do the worst. Then us laugh my ass off, suffer in the... Yeah, exactly. Crew Corella missed an open goal. He did. David, how long is a piece of string? That is a very good question, David. Something that has bothered scientists for years. And Philip's now doing... I don't know what the hell my co-host is up to. He's totally lost the plot. Yeah, well, Philip, can I just say something here?
No.
Yeah.
What?
You put the book up, right? No one actually saw it because you put it to the left and nobody could see it. No, that way a bit, Philip. That way, up a bit. That way a little bit. There you go. You're in the center screen now.
Yeah, that's it. G-man.
Yeah. Philip is obsessed with this book, by the way.
That's a brilliant book.
Now, Philip, how long is a piece of string? David's asking.
As long as you want it. I'm going to do a speech here from.
Oh Jesus! Another. Listen, everyone, we'll get ready for.
No. This is from
Philip's speech. Now, Bayern Munich have gone 6-0 up, by the way, Philip. Just to let you know.
Have they?
Yeah. Harry Kane scored on the 69th minute, and then Muller scored, and they've gone 6-0 up.
Oh, they were only 2-0 up the last time I looked.
Shows how much interest you got in German football.
No, well, anyway.
There's no way us humans are the only things out there. I swear to God, right? Aliens come to this planet and they look, do you know what, lads? We'll give this planet a miss. There are a bunch of imbeciles down there. And David says, we're a perfection, mate. Men that fell in the mud. Yeah. He said, well, what if there is a bloody multiverse and we are winning the titles and Dermot and Phillips and Philip is doing the show?
Oh,
I
you know,
love
I cannot find this particular bit I'm looking for here.
I wonder if your multiverse Philip has found the question yet.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Can you imagine a multiverse version of this show, Philip? Somebody somewhere in some other universe, right? A multiverse, right? There's you and me doing this
Right.
as Arsenal fans.
Oh God.
I know. What would you do to them?
Yes.
What would you?
Oh boy.
Yeah, exactly. We'll
I
put them
don't
out of it.
know.
I don't know either. I'm just.
I would have seen that.
Right. Okay. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find the bit where Jimmy
Philip,
Greaves.
with all your knowledge of football and Jimmy Greaves, I thought you would have come up with the question.
No,
off
I'm trying to
the
read.
top of your
This
head.
is a thing. When he turned into a, what do you call it?
A comedian.
Stand-up comedian. And I just cannot. Wait a bit now. Let's see if I can find this.
Welcome to THFC Till I Die, everyone.
Just talk amongst yourselves there.
This is Philip trying to look through a book as I do my David Attenborough impression. And here we have a man sitting in a chair in his house, looking through some sort of what it is called a book. And if you can see the intents on him, the concentration he's giving.
No, I need to look at it. Yeah, I give up. I'll come back to that.
Yeah.
I'll put the question in on Monday. Right?
The human now sits back as he's given up on his goal to get food for his tribe. There you go. No. What the fuck's that mean?
In other words, yeah, you're yakking too much.
You're the king of wafflers. I swear to God, Philip, you are.
Oh, am I?
You waffle. Okay. You waffle. I'm a waffler. You're a waffler. That's why we do YouTube, because we're wafflers. Yeah. What would you say to Philip in the multiverse, Philip?
What would you say? What's that?
If there was a bloody multiverse, we are winning titles and Dermot and Philip is doing the show.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, Peter M made a very good comment further on here, which I can actually relate to very much.
Can I get there? Can I get there?
Dirty Old Man, hurry up.
No.
Dirty Old Man is non-PC. I feel I may be on the list.
Yeah.
Well, Carl, you had a big birthday the other day there, so you're not far off us.
How old was Carl? 75 the other day?
No, 102, I thought.
102. He's done well for his age.
Not bad,
ditto.
Actually.
Father Ted Wilton says, this is a lovely comment. Thank you. Actually, you guys have given me a new lease of life at 74. I thought my life should be on the downward spiral, but I need to speak to the doctor for a revival of my mate.
Yeah.
What do you say to that?
Thanks, Wilton. I mean, it's in a small little way. We try and bring a bit of light-hearted humor to things. Life's serious enough. There's enough crap going on in the background to get you depressed.
Yeah.
But why should let it a bit of fun? Like, we support a team that's doing well. There's no reason we should be depressed. Just a bit of crack, a bit of fun, a bit of banter. Not too serious. And
I've just seen Carl's comment is a cracker.
Which one's that now?
Oh, you wait, Philip. It's coming up. It's after Steve Diesel. Okay. Yeah, but look, my minute got 7, by the way.
Jesus.
Well, and I don't know what to say. I'm quite humbled by that, Philip.
Yeah, same here.
I don't know what to say. Thank you. But if you are enjoying this, look, please get a membership. $2.99, $4.99. This is me and Philip begging now. Philip's better at it than me. Philip, go and tell people now where they can find. Go on. Where people can get their memberships and
the membership. Go into the community section, and members are $4.99 and $2.99, and cheapest chips. I mean, it's about what 4 days Netflix price for the based on what they're charging at the minute. So, and we try and give entertainment, and we do this for fun. We're not getting paid for it. We just do it, and as we enjoy it, and we love it. We love the interaction with you guys. That's what makes it. If we were sitting there talking to each other, we wouldn't be saying half the things we say. But you encourage us to come out with this crap. Sorry, with this with this very intelligent conversation. You know,
what a way, Philip, to turn viewers off. Thank you. I give you one important job. Right, your job, right, is to sell this channel. And within 5 minutes, right, you've ruined it. It's now a crumbling organization. It's about to go back. Thanks to you.
Oh well, okay, anytime. But you know where I'm coming from.
I don't know where you're coming from. I'm taking you to the boardroom after this. I'm gonna have words with you. Yeah,
the boardroom.
Yeah, the boardroom.
You'll be doing a Todd Bowley on an impersonation of Todd Bowley's next phone call with Pochettino.
Actually, this is it. Actually, this is Todd Bowley ringing up Poch. G'day.
G'day.
It's Ange. And Poch goes, "Who's Ange?" And
you have 20 minutes to clear out your office.
Yeah. Ange Postecoglou at Tottenham Hotspur. We're here to overtake you, lads. And then Todd Bowley rings up, "You're sacked." Well, thank you, Wilton. It's very, very kind of you. Very, very kind of you.
Yeah, no, that means a lot, Wilton. Thanks a million.
It does. And David has gifted a 1 THFC membership. Who's got the membership? Who's got the membership now? Who's got the membership? Now, who's got the membership? Carl Simpson has got a membership.
Oh, my God.
And David, thank you so much.
That's very good of you, David. That's very good. Yeah. Even though it does mean we're now stuck with Carl Simpson. But
I don't mind. I don't mind.
He can't have everything.
Leave Carl alone. He's my best friend.
Yeah, he was voting for me the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't your best friend then.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's great. Listen, David, thanks a million for that. You know. And Carl, welcome to the fold.
I like this from Paul Shepherd. Big up, Paul. I love his picture as well. Paul reminds me, right, of a rock legend, of the long hair and the bit. It looks like someone out of AC/DC or Metallica. That's what it says.
Yeah.
It says, It said, Dermot, you haven't talked shite. Thank you. That's great.
I might have. You mightn't have.
I'm saying nothing. I'm saying, no, you haven't, Philip. You're grand. You're grand. You're grand. We've had a comedy history, current affairs, and a bit of pseudo smut. And on you go. Spurs ain't playing, but you two are great value. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for my support. That's very good of you.
Now, later on, me and Philip are going to do our last of our rugby. I'm going to miss the rugby watch-alongs.
Yeah.
Me and Philip doing a rugby watch-along. I know nothing about rugby. Philip knows a little bit, and somehow people from South Africa have watched us on that, Philip.
Yeah, we had unbelievable viewing stats from South Africa over the last couple of games they've played, you know, which I can only understand. I can't really understand it. If they're not, why are they watching it on TV and talking to us? They could probably teach us a thing or two about rugby, and we're trying to do it to them.
You with me have become sex symbols in South Africa.
Oh, God.
Can you
right,
imagine?
okay. Yeah.
Philip Brady on some billboard somewhere in Johannesburg. South Africa's sexiest man. Can you imagine it?
No.
I can see it there. And you got Philip Brady, right, with a pack of Viagra.
Now, keep it clean. It's this obsession with drugs today. I don't know where it's coming from.
Oh dear.
I'll
keep it there. Do you want to read this comment out?
Actually, no. Do you know the best use I heard from Viagra was this guy that got sunburn. He got very bad sunburn on his legs, and he went to the doctor. He says, "Can I have 14 packets of Viagra?" He says, "Jesus, you're planning a good holiday." He said, "No, it's just so I can keep the blankets up and keep it off my legs." Anyway.
Do you want to read the next comment, Philip?
Okay, Steve D. What's your thoughts on these massive bans for betting? I personally have a problem with it. If the individual really does have an addiction issue, it's an illness that ruins lives. Well, that's true. Are you talking about the likes of Cannoli got a 10-month ban? You know, I put it down to these are young lads earning obscene amounts of money with an awful lot of spare time. And it's very easy for them to get sucked into this gambling routine. I'd say the players that have been caught for us are only the tip of the iceberg. There's so many more, so many ways of doing it. You don't have to put the bet on yourself. You give the money to somebody else and they put it on for you. How are you going to prove it was your bet? So, you know, it is. And I just see over here in Ireland now, there's a big row going on. The lottery, the National Lottery, are after announcing 2 new games, which means there's a lottery draw here 6 nights of the week. The only night there's no lottery draw is a Sunday night now. And they reckon that is encouraging gambling. We already have online Paddy Power, Boyle Sports, Betfair, and all this. There's a huge way. In the old days, the only way you could bet was into the bookie shop. Right? And a lot of people didn't like to be seen going into bookie. You can do it from the privacy of your own home, and no one knows what you're up to. And I think it's an epidemic that's really catching fire.
Well,
and it's
Paul
dangerous.
Merson keeps talking about it at the moment.
Yeah. Well, he's been through it. And in all fairness to Paul Merson, I mean, you know, I'm no fan of his at all, but I do feel sorry for anybody, even if he did play for Arsenal, that has a gambling addiction, because I've seen people that it's caught up with, and it's not pleasant.
No, it's not.
They would literally gamble the mortgage money and the food money for the kids on a horse. It's terrible.
It is terrible. It really is terrible. Yeah, it is. It really is, Philip. Carl Simpson says, could you imagine aliens doing their own YouTube channel talking about us?
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. All right. Yeah.
I kind of want United to win, so we're still 5 points clear of City. So do I.
Yeah, we both want United to win tomorrow.
Now, apparently, we were due to do a watch along tomorrow night, but for some reason, Mr. Brady has now got to disappear back to the home planet to report to the people in charge of planet
Zog.
So there'll be no watch along tomorrow. So we are. I may do one myself. I don't know.
Yeah,
I may do one myself.
Dermot, I might be back in time for the second half. I just don't see what I'm doing tomorrow. My daughter's running the Dublin Marathon, and we have to go to Dublin to mind her kids.
But the match kicks off at 4:30 anyway, so you might be back for the first half.
We might be back for the second half of it.
So shall I do it anyway, and hopefully
we're getting the train. The train's back in at 5 o'clock, so I could be here by 5:30. It should be enough to start the second half.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Okay. We're now doing the watch along for the Manchester United Chelsea game, Man United City game.
Just hope the train's not late now. That's the only thing.
No. Well, you can always do it from the train.
That's true.
LOL, we'd like to contribute. Yeah. You still haven't told me the funniest thing of Philip and Victoria Beckham. What's the funny quote? That's the story of this show. What did David say to Philip Brady? Can't be good, says Carl. Now, look, can you imagine, right? Aliens sitting on a planet, right, watching the Premier League and all being Tottenham fans.
Yeah, can you imagine? Yeah. Daniel Levy, you'd love it. Look at all the shirts he'd sell. Mind you, you might need 3 armholes and 2 leg holes or 4 leg holes for them.
You can imagine him doing a bit of business, right, with Mars or somebody like that, and Ali come down and we'd like to buy 20,000 Tottenham shirts, but they're gonna have 6 holes in them, armholes.
Do you remember that film back in made about 1890, Alien Attack, or Mars Attack? Remember that one? Oh, it's brilliant! Absolutely brilliant film. Yeah.
Matthew says Philip is the guy who knows the secret of Victoria, who had a chat with King Charles, who knows the
Illuminati.
He is the goat. There you go. You're the goat, apparently, right. Philip.
Oh, that's all right. I've been called worse.
Yeah. Do you know what the goat stands for, don't you?
Oh, I do, yeah. I'm not an animal that stands in the field looking silly.
No, the goat means great old athlete.
Careful.
Tom. Greatest of all time. There you go.
Right, okay. Now, what's next?
Did you put your heater on, by the way? Because you look a bit cold.
No, not too bad.
Not too bad. Carl Simpson, is it that thing when the whisperer makes the noise into the microphone? That is ASMR.
Yeah, I don't know what ASMR is.
I don't know.
I'll look it up here now and see if there's a
ASMR
definition
stands
of
for Arsenal Shite Mr.
Arsenal Shite Missed Rummenigge. No.
Yeah, that's it. With Peter M, good scoring from Bayern. It's like shooting ducks in a barrel. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's playing against 7 players.
David says, "Ha ha." Tom Jones, great answer. There you go.
It's an autonomous sensory meridian response. It's a tingling sensation that usually begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and the upper spine. A pleasant form of paresthesia. It has been compared with something else and may overlap with whatever.
Well,
don't understand the word of it.
I've been talking that much. I forgot to change the score lines for the games down below.
Each
No,
Burnley,
it's not.
I think.
Arsenal have gone 3-0 up now.
Oh, fuck, have they?
Yeah. I've just seen now.
8-0 to Bayern Munich now.
Do you know he's got a hat trick?
Kane got his hat trick. Kane got his hat trick.
Yeah, that Arsenal fella got a hat trick too, by the way.
And Ketia.
Solihull Moors have taken the lead, Philip.
Oh, right, okay. I wonder how Bonnie Brigg Rose are getting on.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're getting on. Our adopted team from Scotland.
Yeah.
Arsenal are now up to a goal difference of 13, the same as us.
No, Jesus.
Mm.
Right, so where was I? Here? Oh, yeah. In the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the Earth is on the way of a galactic motorway and has to be destroyed. Yeah, story time, Carl Simpson says. What if Arsenal and Sheffield draw? That ain't going to happen. Unless
3-0 to Sheffield United.
8-0. That could end up in the cricket score, Philip.
But they're playing 9 men, so I suppose it's not.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, we played 9 men, didn't score 8, but Dalstad now are hardly Liverpool.
If my dad had moved to Birmingham, Peter M says, where his firm had a second office, I would have grown up supporting Villa or City. In a parallel universe, I am a Brummie.
Yeah, well, that's my that is my story. We lived in Birmingham, and the only time I got to see Tottenham was when they played Aston Villa, Birmingham City, Wolves, or West Brom. They were the 4 local teams, and they're all in the Premiership at the time, or the First Division at the time. So yeah, so I can empathise with you.
Question for the chat: what book is Philip looking at? You're not to say no, Philip. No. This is for the chat.
It's all right.
Did you notice how quick he went there? It was like Stanley Matthews going for that book as quickly as that.
Stanley Matthews. Jeez,
I can't think of the Jamaican runner.
Usain Bolt.
That's it, Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
Or Ben Johnson. Philip going,
Yeah. Usain Bolt, the son boy. Man United fan though.
David says one a lot with one with lots of pictures.
Pictures of icebergs.
I love picture books. Steve D says, I'm all for the multiverse. It means Richie actually identifies as a Brazilian.
If you could identify as a goal scorer, it'd be even better.
You can. I've really enjoyed this show, by the way.
Yeah, it's good crack.
Carl says, I would be getting my membership, and so should everyone else. Apparently, they're going to go off the chart with the memberships only videos. Yeah.
Oh.
Look, Carl, once you start giving out memberships, we will do membership only videos. The Premier League reviews could become a members only video, by the way.
Yeah.
Philip's going, yeah.
Whatever you say, boss.
Whatever you say, boss. Yeah. I'm not the boss here. Philip's the boss.
No, he's not. I'm just in the background. Dermot does all the work.
No, you do the work as well, Philip.
No, well, you do all the thumbnails and stuff. I don't do that.
You got David Geller.
David Geller. No, that's the fella Ben Spoons, isn't it?
I've just realised.
It's not Geller, it's Giller. Giller, G-I, not G-E.
Oh, God. I've just realised what I just said now.
Yeah.
I better shut up when he comes.
I'll tell you what we'll do. Well, the first thing we'll ask Norman when he gets on, can he bend a few spoons for us? And then we know he's not Geller, he's Giller. Yeah.
Boris Britt says, what fucking accent has there been doing? I want to shoot myself. I've heard that voice again.
Well, we didn't want to say it. Thanks, Boris. We didn't want to say, but we feel exactly the same. Yeah.
Good day. It's Philip Brady here. I'm just going out the back for some chips. dear.
Right, okay, carry on.
And we move on.
Never been actress in Texas, yeah. Yeah, he wears a big cowboy hat. You
Oh,
know?
dear. Oh, dear.
Yeah. But he
Oh,
has
dear.
spurs on his boots, you know. That,
Yeah. I love the banter here, and on the Irish Hotspur, love it. Yeah,
yeah. It takes the Irish channels to have a bit of crack, you know.
it does. It
We
does.
yeah. We don't take things too seriously.
No, we don't. No. Philip is the one who said to the Vince McMahon to create the WWE. That's the influence.
I presume that's the guy that started the wrestling. Yeah,
Yeah, it was. Aussies beat the Kiwis in the cricket. Yes, they
yeah,
did.
just about. Just about.
Dermot, South Africa, calendar 2020.
You're going to be on the cover?
That's you, Philip. God
No,
knows
no,
what
it's
you're
you.
going to do. God knows what you're going to do for February, Philip, to be fair.
What's February?
Valentine's Day.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Oh, dear. How could you? Oh, Lord.
Calm
Steve
down,
D-
man. Calm down.
Steve D says calendar incoming with boop boop.
The moves.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Carl says apparently. Who sponsors all the teams in sports these days? It's a huge Austin rules football everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah, well, no, I think he's saying like Emirates sponsor a lot. Etihad Airways sponsor a lot. I don't think Viagra sponsor anybody. You know, don't think so.
I tell you, back in the days of Formula One, Durex sponsored the Formula One team once back in the 70s.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Carl Simpson says apparently the March picture is Dermot riding the lion.
Feel a bit of nightmares about that vision. Good
Oh,
God.
I swear to God, this show started with all the intentions of being a serious show. It's ended up on how 15 people are still watching us.
It's been degenerating badly at the moment.
It's got to the point where I might just cut the show. Oh, dear. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Do you want to read the
Let's go
rest of the
back to-
comments, Steph? Philip, read
Yeah,
the rest
one
of
sec.
a
I
few
just
more
want to check
comments there.
something here. There's been no more. Oh, where are we now? What's the next one? Let's see. I'll get back up to the last one that's read. Oh, we're really far behind with the comments. Oh,
Here we go. That's the next one.
all right. Hang on. I must be on a different level with you.
A different planet.
Start with this one anyway. David, Levy would sell water to Mars.
Hang on.
I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah.
Jeez, mine's aren't updating. I just keep them. Oh, jeez, there's millions of them.
I know. What? Oh God, what have I done now? I'll do it, Philip. It's okay. It's okay.
My mind aren't updating, so that's why.
Okay. I don't understand why footballers gamble with their money. I understand people gambling to their improve their finances, but it in itself doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Carl says Victoria and Philip are just finishing the extreme game of Tiddlywinks. Winner takes all. That's so true. David says Levy would sell water to Mars if he could. Of course he would. Of course he bloody would. Honest to God. Honestly, great. I've really loving this show. Daniela says, let's hope for an Orient breakthrough. Fingers crossed. Peter Goodness 3-0 down. New age bollocks me, thanks. That's true. Blades are going down. They're awful. That's right, Carl. Peter M says Bayern game
shows what a farce the Bundesliga is. 8-0 to Bayern Munich.
Who gave the who?
What? Somebody. Oh, Barcelona nearly scored again.
All I heard was a who.
Ooh. No, I don't know where that came from.
Oh, okay. That was when it was 1-0.
Yeah,
I know I didn't change it. I change it. We've got Wilton says the G-Man was written by Norman Geller, not David Geller.
Giller. Don't call him Geller. It's Giller.
I'm not going to speak.
Geller bends spoons. Giller doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not going to speak in this podcast, Philip. I'm just going to speak when I'm spoken to.
Oh no, that's not. No. Fair dues. You want to get your questions in the boxing?
Yeah,
you know?
That's the only time I'm going to. Dermot, do you have a question for Mr. Giller?
Goller.
David Geller. Carl Simpson's rolling around the floor now. Calm down, Forrest.
Forrest Gump.
I tell you one thing, Carl, I'm after you. Oh my God, don't even ever go. Don't. Oh my God, don't ever again do a Kiwi accent.
You've been warned.
I've been warned. Oh dear. I mean this. I meant the sporting gambling, aka sports bet. Yeah, there is a lot actually out there. Philip, as for a reason why footballers gamble, I remember Paul Merson saying they're having a lot of free time during the week was a factor in his gambling.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. There's too much money, too much free time, too many hangers on, too many people pushing him in the wrong direction.
Yeah. And then Carl Simpson says, I heard the woo must be the aliens. See, even Carl heard the woo.
They landed in Wexford a few minutes ago. You don't hear the news?
Yeah, did you? Apparently, your man from Russia, is an alien, Putin.
Oh yeah, we know that. All right.
Yeah. Carl says, "Can you do a Geordie accent?" No. Can Philip?
No.
Can Philip?
No, I wouldn't try that.
Now, Mr. Brady, shall we actually talk a bit about Tottenham and give our
it's about time to go back on track again.
Back on track. We've had everything from Viagra aliens to some icebergs, and we've got to show that iceberg picture again, Philip. Where is it now? This is the iceberg that hit the Titanic. There you go. Right. Vicario, Paro, Romero, Van der Ven, Destiny, Basuma, Sarr, Madison, Kulu, Richarlison, Sonny.
No, Destiny wasn't playing, Dermot.
Look, I know, Philip. I'm making this.
I'm only messing.
I know.
Unless that's the new way of spelling Davies, is it? That's what it is.
It is, yeah. I mean, Davies was that. Carl's just put. I went for it to come up. It says back on track at 4:30. We've been on an hour and a half and suddenly just got back on track.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe we should have started with this, Philip, and then ended up.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
We never do it in the right order
Anyway, anyone that sees that back four, Davis was playing. So just pretend Destiny is Davis.
Yeah.
Anyway, Philip, what's your player rating, sir?
Vicario 8. He made 2 very good and looked very commanding. Like when Palace are putting on those pressuring corners, they caught the ball, punched it. He's really a complete goalkeeper. Instead of buying that clown Raya for twice the price, So Porro had a very good game. The crossfield pass to Johnson for the second goal was sublime. Probably the best pass of the game. I give him a 7. Romero was Romero. Scared the living daylights out of the Palace forwards. Excellent game again. 8. Van der Ven, this lad is he's a phenomenon. He's got the pace of a 100-meter runner, the skill of a good footballer. I mean, he gave at one stage last night. He gave a Palace guy about 2.5, 3 yard start and got there before him in a short sprint. So he's amazing. He was my man of the match. I think I'll give him a 9. Davis was taken off at half time. Not that he did particularly that much wrong, but the Palace winger was a bit too quick for him, so that's why he came off. So give him the 6. Yeah. Basuma didn't get booked, thank God, so he's available for Chelsea. Good to see him back, even though Højbjerg was unlucky not to get starting. 7. Papa Sarr, a great game. This young lad has got everything. He really has. I give him an 8. Madison, one of his quieter games. So I give him a 7.
Yeah.
Kulichevsky did well. Track back. I give him a 7 as well. Richarlison 6. Not at the races, I'm afraid. Had to be taken off in the end. Son, not one of his busiest games, but captain leading by example, so a 7. I give the substitutes. I give them all a 7 because they all did their part when they come on.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to give Vicario a 9. I thought he was exceptional last night. I really did. Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, absolutely another 8.5, all 3 of them. Davis, I'll give a 6. He was useless. Basuma, Sarr, Madison, 8.5 for the midfield. I thought they were exceptional again. Always there and about. Kulu, I give a 7.5 because I thought he did try. With Charlton, I give a 5. He's giving me the hump. And Sonny, I'll give a 7.5 as well. As you said, Philip, led by example. Now, I just want to show you this goal by a certain individual who we love. Now, this is
good now. Fair dues.
yeah, it is. It is.
Great goal.
Now,
Harry Kane from 60 yards. Huh?
Now, these, I hope you like the new stats, the new banners we're using. Get 4 more of these done and get new banners done for our stat show. So these are the game stats, Philip. What do you reckon?
Yeah, possession. We all know we dominated possession. And while Palace had more shots on target than that, the worrying stat there is the only shot we had on target, you can't count the own goal, was Son's goal, which is not really Tottenham. We normally pepper the goal with shots. So a bit economical on the shot front, but that's because Palace played a very tight game and kept us quiet enough in the front. 11 corners to 2, but they did nothing from their corners, really. I thought they would. And they fouled a lot. We didn't.
Yeah, they did. They did. And then we've got this one here, Philip, a picture of Des Ange. Tottenham's return of 23 points from the opening 9 matches. It's the second highest in the top flight history. All records calculating with 3 points being awarded for a win. Only the 60-61 double winning side had a superior record at the same stage, having taken maximum points on the way to 11 victories from the first 11 games on the Bill Nick. And the other Spurs teams that have gone unbeaten over the same period of time of each of the seasons, of each of the 59-60, 1991, 16-17 sides, recording 5 wins and 4 draws in their first 9 fixtures. We've got near enough the same record. That's the 60. This is our second best start to a football league season in history. So
125
what that
years.
man's
How many
done,
years?
Philip, since God knows,
1882.
Yeah,
141 years.
Yeah, we're
Incredible.
like a bus. Tottenham is like a bus. You wait for years to one to come along, and then 1, 2, 3 come along at once.
Yeah.
Look, Philip, we may end it here because I've got to shoot
Yeah.
out.
No, I think we the other games are won. Anyway, Arsenal won, Burnley are drawn.
Yeah,
that was good crack. That was.
I think I should rename the title to Philip and Dermot's
talk show because we
talk
talk
show.
about everything but football.
Yeah,
really. Yeah,
we've got a few comments to go through. We've got a few comments to go through, Philip. Let's go through about the match. Davis was too slow to keep up with the play. He was.
Yeah.
This is what we all dreamed it was destiny and woke up to the Welsh wonder, Davis. I know.
He's back for Chelsea. He'll be all right.
Yeah. Do you think Romero has stopped getting cards because he can trust Van de Ven and Vicario is more controlled in his tackling?
Yeah,
I do.
Exactly. Yeah, he's calmed him down completely. Yeah, and the fact that he's living in Mia's dungeon helps as well.
Yeah, it does very much so. For sure, Peter, you nailed it, mate. Boris Britt says, I think Richie did quite well, but everyone was bashing him.
He wasn't great. He wasn't great last night, no. Unfortunately. We're willing him to be good, but he hasn't just pulled it out yet.
No. We've got, he's such a prick. That's Harry Kane. Boris Britt, Peter and Boris Britt, I kind of agree. His link-up play was good, but he's a striker who doesn't score goals. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Boris Britt says, Peter M, yeah, exactly. That's why he has been moved to the left to back assist, then the occasional goal, since he's already has his in his stats. He got an entire timer. You said it last night on that, Philip.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Brady, when are we on again, sir?
Well, hopefully tomorrow evening for the Man United. Oh, sorry, tonight. Jeez, I forgot about the rugby. The 8 o'clock, 7:15 tonight for the rugby. And the more off-topic banter, no doubt, during that. Well, the clock is stopped for the 14th time during the game, So looking forward to that. Should be a good game, actually.
Yeah, it should be. We are back, and then we're back tomorrow with the watch along, because Man City, Man United. I'll be doing that.
Don't forget, Monday we'll be recording the Tuesday program for Norman Geller.
The Cockbrook Clock podcast.
Norman Geller. He's bending a few spoons and he's talking.
Yeah, he will be. And also, Philip, Monday we're back with Newsbeat. So we're doing the Premier League review on Monday.
Yeah.
And then we will find out who's going to win. We're going to do this every week, Philip. You and me are going to predict the Premier League scores every week.
Yeah,
and
we have them all done. We have them under Good envelope
So
here
how
to see
how
it.
we doing the point scores, Philip? Is it 3 points for a win, 2
Three,
points
oh
for a
yeah,
draw?
yeah, three points for a win. 1 point for 3 points for a win, and 1.5 for a draw.
2 points for a draw.
2 points for a draw. Keep it easy, yeah.
Yeah.
So at the minute, what we got at the minute? Palace versus Spurs. Neither of us got that result right. We both got the result. We both got the result right, but not the score. Neither of us got the score right for. And I'll tell you, I'm on a 4-0 for Arsenal and close to it, so I might get that one. Bournemouth, I've got 1-1. Geez, I'm doing well here. West Ham and Newcastle or Newcastle and Wolves and Newcastle later on. West Ham and Everton tomorrow. Yeah, at the moment I'm leading, so tough.
We've got a lot of people. I've looked Ange come back to Neville. It was Ange said about the Pep thing. Did you see that, Philip?
Yes, oh yeah,
I did.
It was great. I'm off to watch the Man City game.
Yeah. Great show, gents. We've got
Thanks,
loved
Scott.
by David. We've got thanks Dermot and Philip, the new Saints in Greavesy.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
Who's Saint and who's Greavesy? That's what I want to know.
We'll work that one out.
We'll let Peter work that out, actually.
Right, okay.
Dermot and Philip, anything goes. There's the name for today's show. That's the title.
Yeah.
A good afternoon spent, guys. Loved it. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
David. So thanks. Ines says Bournemouth are 2-1 up.
All right, okay.
Big up, boy.
They could do with that, Bournemouth.
And that is always banter when Philip is like, how many points is that, Philip?
Yeah, right.
Why break a habit of a lifetime? Well, we are back tonight at 7:45.
Yeah.
Here I want to show. I got this picture right, and everyone asked me what Philip liked when he was younger, when he was a young lad.
Jesus.
Now I found this picture, and now Philip gave me this picture now, and this was him when he was a young boy. Now there's Philip. Look at him. Look at Philip now. Philip had bright red hair back in the day. Look, you can tell he was a right looker. You can tell he was, he was absolutely a top bloke. And then sadly, it all went wrong. Sadly, this was Philip 10 years later being driven away.
Quit while you're ahead, please.
And on that bombshell, and this is actually, this is the Brentford goalkeeper after the Chelsea game today.
Yeah.
But on that bombshell, we are back later. Yeah.
Right. See you later, lads. Thanks
See
for
you
everyone
later,
who contributed.
Come on,
Good fun.
Spurs.
Come on,
and Big
Spurs.
Ange we trust. Back at 7:45.